Old Shoes Market in Montego Bay burned down again. 3 murdered in Manchester in 24 hours. 2 teenagers shot dead in Grangehill Westmoreland while Jamaica and Cuba clash at the office tonight. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. The father of the mass shooter at the Appalachian School in Georgia has been arrested and charged for 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children. And this is because last year, police had questioned him and his son after the 13-year-old had posted on social media that he wanted to shoot up a school, and the man still went out and bought his son an assault rifle for Christmas. Now, both will spend the rest of their natural life in jail, and rightly so. The Old Shoes Market in Montego Bay has burnt down again. Less than a year after shops at the Old Shoes Market in Montego Bay, St. James were gutted by fire, vendors are again picking up the pieces following another fire at the facility. One of the affected vendors who spoke expressed distress, lamenting the condition of the market even before the fire. He said he is unsure of what he will do now that he lost all his goods. Firefighters says based on investigations, electrical breaches might be the cause of the blaze, which started about 12 o'clock on Wednesday morning. And yesterday I heard a horror story about a man, Leroy Smith, who fell in the Montego Bay Sangsters International Airport and died on the floor. And it is said he was traveling back to Orlando and was in line when he fainted in the airport and hit his head. A phone call was made to get an ambulance, and they said only one ambulance was at the Cornell Regional Hospital and it was not available, so a taxi or a private ambulance had to be called. And it is said the officials at the airport said that they have to get permission from the man's family and it will cost $400 before they can summon the private ambulance. The report is that the man was there alone, so how were they going to contact the family? Also, note from the airport to the hospital it's probably about 15 minutes or less. A woman who was there said she would pay for the taxi to get him to the hospital. By that time it was more than 20 minutes and the man was still lying there on the floor until he died. And if you go to YouTube, you can go to Popeye News link and get the story from the lady who went live. And it is a story which is very, very heartbreaking. Police are reporting that a curfew has been imposed in Albion, Manchester and surrounding areas following Tuesday night's double murder. Kalu Schultz, otherwise called Rasta 29, a resident of Albion, and Henry Brown, otherwise called Iceman 42, a resident of Barnstable, were killed at a bar in Bottom Albion. A 27-year-old man was also shot and injured. Police theorize that the double murder was a reprisal for the August 12 murder of Brian Samuels in Top Albion. Another man who has since been identified as 29-year-old Romario White, a carpenter and resident of Silent Hill, was killed in another bar shooting in the parish on Wednesday night, bringing to 3 the number of people killed in the parish in just 24 hours. And it is said that White was in the bar close to the Christiana police station having a drink when a man entered, pulled a gun, and shot him and then made good his escape. The gunman, with not a care in the world that he was near a police station, just killed the man same way. The curfew, which started at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, is expected to end this evening at about 6 p.m. An unidentified woman is dead after she reportedly ran into the pathway of a moving vehicle along the Port Henderson Main Road in St. Catherine early yesterday morning. The police said about 5:20 a.m. a taxi operator was driving a white Toyota Probox motor car in a westerly direction along the main roadway, and upon reaching the Jamaica Plumbing and Blaze gas station where the roadway separated by a median to form a dual carriageway, a woman reportedly ran from the median into the path of the vehicle. And police are now wondering if it is a death by suicide. Meanwhile, 2 teenagers were fatally shot at Top Lincoln in Grangehill Westmoreland as they sought shelter from the rain on Wednesday afternoon. The deceased have been identified as 18-year-old Ramesh O'Connor and 15-year-old Jael J. Tomlinson, both of Westmoreland addresses. Another 18-year-old male is also in critical condition in hospital. According to reports, sometime after 3 p.m., the teens were among 4 people traveling on 2 motorcycles from Hanover to Westmoreland when they stopped at a nightclub during heavy rain. And it's understood that they were pounced upon by a man who opened fire on them, hitting all 3. The victims were taken to hospital, where Ramesh and Jael J were pronounced dead. The third victim was admitted to hospital in serious condition. And there is currently a curfew in effect in Westmoreland, which is slated to end tonight. However, with all the murders taking place, we expect it to be extended. And we might not have been carrying some of the murders, but there were several all over the parish of Westmoreland this week. On to sports, Sha'Carri Richardson avenged her Olympic defeat by Julian Alfred by reversing the tables in the 100 meters at the Diamond League meet in Zurich yesterday. Richardson headed into the final 20 meters in third behind St. Lucia's Olympic champion Alfred and Britain's Dina Asher Sept. But the American stayed strong and focused on the line, producing a savage dip for first place in 10.84 seconds ahead of Alfred. Asher Sept, who failed to make the 100 meters final in the French capital, rounded out the podium in 10.89 seconds for third. Girl, at the Olympics, you should do that, but at least it shows that Sha'Carri is still back. On to football, the Issa schoolboy football season will kick off tomorrow and we'll have a triple header to kick off the competition at the Montego Bay Sports Complex in Catherine Hall. Manning Cup champions Mona High will take on Waterford High at 2 p.m. in a Group B clash, and that will be followed by reigning Da Costa Cup champions Clarendon College against Denby High at 4:30, while many times winner Cornwall College will square off with former champions Herbert Morrison at 7 p.m. And of course, you know, Da Costa Cup and Manning Cup, we will have all those results for you on Monday. Meanwhile, Jamaica and Cuba clash tonight in the Nations League matchup, and of course Jamaica is expected to win, especially since they are playing at home at the National Stadium, or the office as some people call it. The Jamaica team is very strong with at least 7 international strikers who definitely can score when given the chance. However, returnee Leon Bailey is out due to injury, and I watched a 90-minute game yesterday with West Ham United and Michail Antonio was playing. Not sure if he will play today, as the flight from England is at least 7 hours by private jet, and by the time he gets to Jamaica, there it will probably be 1 a.m. early morning in Jamaica. The forward line still look good with Jamal Lowe, Shamar Nicholson, Norman Campbell, Michail Antonio, Demaria Gray, and Kaheem Dixon. And the Jamaica vs. Cuba game will be on ESPN this evening and CBS Sports on TV. And if you're on the road, you can watch it on your phone. Just type in CBS Sports and the station will pop up on your screen. Just download the app. It is free. After you download, click open, then allow, then register, type in your email, hit create, put in your name and birthday, etc. and you can watch the game live. Or if you want a different station, you can type in ESPN Live and watch it there on your phone. You don't need to download the app. The game is 7 p.m. in Jamrock and 8 p.m. in Merrimaca. And if you miss the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, subscribe, keep it going. My name is Mikey Bones. Have a wonderful day. I gone.